it's me, Eden, and I am so excited because today we have our Barnes & Noble event, but I'm going as Belle, and I'm so excited. I got a new dress, and it's beautiful. We tried it on, and I had to give them specialized measurements to fit my hoop skirt, which was a whole thing. Like, I was literally on the floor with like 2 or 3 different tape measures trying to get a circumference, which, if you're going to tell me it wasn't the best method to do it, I know it probably wasn't, but it was efficient and it worked because now that skirt fits over my giant hoop skirt and I am so excited. It's so pretty and I hope you guys like get some good shots and get to see me in it because I love it so much. My old one is beautiful and I love her, but she's 4.5 years old and she's really starting to show her age. So it was time I got a new one and I get to go back to being my girl and I'm so excited. And we have a really cool cast going today. So the characters that are going to be Belle, Ariel, Snow White, and Anna and Elsa. Sorry, forgot there for a minute, the pair. So we have a really cool mix of characters going. This is the first time Ariel's going to be at this event, and I am so happy that we're getting to do this, and I got to do my Belle makeup again. Sorry, it's very bright out, so it looks kind of weird, but I promise it looks good. And just waiting for everyone to show up. So I can't wait to take you along with us, and you'll get to see some more of my cast members and hang out. Oh, a new girl that I just hired to be Rapunzel is actually coming with us. Her name's Al, and they're coming with us to this event too. So you'll get to see them too, I'm sure. So this is my Belle necklace that I wear every time I'm Belle. It was actually made for me by my voice teacher from my hometown, and I love it so much. Of course, I tell the kids that the Beast gave it to me as an anniversary gift, but it's beautiful and sparkly, and I love it, and I think it adds something special and unique to my costume. We are rushing to the event. Elsa has her shoes.
Hello.
Let's go. We're here. And I want to introduce you to Al. This is one of our new Rapunzels. And I am very excited to have her as Rapunzel. And she's coming to help at the Barnes & Noble event. So we have all of our lovely people going. And we have Ariel and Snow in another car, but they're going to be going in too. And I don't know how much of the event we'll actually get to tape for you guys, but hopefully a little bit. And I'm really excited to wear my new dress, but I'm kind of coming out the top of it because I'm sitting, so you don't need to see that. But that's what's going on. You guys hyped? Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble event number 2. Okay.
Hello!
We are done with the event. It went really well. We had technical difficulties with the music. That was entirely my fault, and I take full responsibility for it. But overall, it went really great. The kids were actually super into the stories this time, which doesn't happen very often.
I was like, whoa. Okay, what I'm saying.
And the singing went really well despite the technical difficulties. And there was one little boy. I have to share this story because I don't know if I'll catch Lita to talk about it. There was a little boy that had a massive crush on Ariel and would not leave her side. And it was the sweetest thing I've ever seen. And there was a little girl who was all over me. Like, she kept coming up and wanting hugs and just attention, sitting on my lap and stuff. And when one of the girls was singing, she came up to me again, and I was at the side of the stage, so I just picked her up and held her, and she looked very shocked but very excited. Yeah. And did you guys have any...
Like, she would sit on everyone's lap, and then like, after 2 seconds, she would be done, and then she'd go to someone else's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was very cute. So she just like try to sit on my lap, but since I'm specifically sitting a certain way, like she'd like slide off just a little bit, and I'm like, it's okay. But she'd go to another person, so it was totally fine. Yeah. There were so many cute kids today.
There were even more kids this time than last time, so that's really good for the event. It means people are learning about us being here, which is exciting. So I'm hoping I'll catch some people before they all leave today just to tell any more stories that I might not have seen. So we'll chat later. Hello. Welcome back to, instead of get ready with me, get unready with me. The event went really, really good. The kids were like ridiculously cute, and we had a lot more this time, which is really good because I think that means the marketing's working and people are starting to know who we are, which is so exciting for a new company. Definitely, we haven't been in the area that long, as some of the parents told us. They're like, I didn't know anything like that was around here, and I'm like, it is now. But it's nice to see more people turning up. Get more kids and like hopefully some regulars. Like maybe we'll get some kids and parents that come every month or something. And then that usually will bode well. That usually will bode well for future like parties and stuff like that. So people know who you are, they know who to request and all of that good stuff. Which is also why I always push with my girls the marketing events, even if they are unpaid, because the more that your character's at events, the more people know that they exist and they can request them, and the more actual paying jobs you'll get. That is my business theory. And it's worked pretty well. In my company I had where I used to be, the workers that went to all the marketing events are the ones that ended up getting booked the most, because they took the time to make those connections with the kids, like one-on-one and stuff like that, give them the special attention even in settings where there were a lot of kids, and that means a lot to a lot of parents. So it's good when people go out. I'm glad that we got Ariel this time, because she's, in the past, has always been a very popular character. And it's cool when she gets to go. She's just so lively, and like Lita plays her so amazingly. She's so talented, and she really brings that character to life. Like the first time I met her and she auditioned for the company, I was just blown away. And the kids continue to be blown away every time she shows up. So she's just amazing. We had a lot of really good quality conversations with the kids. We asked them about like their favorite books and stuff, since we were in a bookstore, and it was really neat to see all of the answers that the princesses gave as well as the kids. Like Ariel was saying it was like rainbow fish, which I thought was really cute, and I just think it's cool to see what my actresses come up with for their answers that they haven't already been prepped for. So it really shows that they've spent time with their character and they're ready to answer questions. We found out that Elsa is a math whiz, because in the storybook they talk about her like enjoying doing geometry and some stuff, so she's taken to that she's a math whiz, which is really funny. There was that one little girl that like would not let go of me. She kept coming back to me and wanted like up, or she wanted hugs, and it was so sweet. But the thing is, like, she didn't say a single word to any of us. Like, I was talking to the other girls, she really didn't say anything, which is totally fine. You don't know any of the reasons behind it. She might just be really shy, it might be something else. And so she didn't say anything to us, but she just loved the princesses. You could tell, like, the love in her eyes when she was with one of you was so special. And she was just a cuddle bug. And I ended up picking her up in the middle of, I think it was Snow White's song. I ended up picking her up because she came over to me and I wasn't in a place where I could kneel down, so I just picked her up. She looked very shocked, but she was really excited too, and she was like, oh my god, Belle's holding me, which was really sweet. So that was just really fun. I liked it a lot. I really like this event. It's pretty low-key with just singing and reading stories and then like pictures and hanging out. So it gives the girls a lot of really good practice with their characters because, you know, if they have like little mess-ups, yes, we'll talk about it and like address it later, but it's not a paid event where like it's on a birthday party where there's fewer kids, so things like that are like way more noticeable. But yeah, wow, my cast is insanely talented and I'm so proud of them. Like, the way they come up with answers so quickly, and they're so attentive to all the kids, even if there's like so many of them. Definitely using this camera to take off my makeup. It's fine, guys. You're not in my medicine cabinet. But yeah, they're just so crazy talented, and they're really adaptive. Like, when we have technological things happen, like they always seem to do, they're always ready to rise to the occasion, which I appreciate a lot. Makes my life as the owner a lot easier. We did have so many parents that seemed really genuinely interested, and I can't wait to see if that amounts to jobs in the near future. I really hope it does. There was also this one kid that I definitely wanted to talk about. It was like a baby, little tiny baby, and I love little babies. And so I went over when we were talking to the parents, and this kid, like, the child obviously didn't speak, it's a baby, and we were just kind of cooing over it and talking as princesses to the baby, but also like the parent, and it was really sweet because like, just the way that we were able to connect, and like the baby was really interested in all of my flowers on my dress, and the fact that my hands are golden and silky because I'm wearing gloves, was just fascinated by it. And that was a really funny interaction, because every time I'd like reach out, the baby's just like can't believe that my hands look like that or feel like that. And then every time I would like step away, or the parent would pull back or something, the baby was always reaching for me. So I felt very loved. And it's just, I like interacting with babies. I think it's a different kind of interaction because you're usually talking at them and cooing and finding other things to talk about. And they just like can't say anything back. So you really take a lot of physical cues from them, which I think is really neat. But yeah, it was a really good turnout. We had so many kids in Elsa dresses. So many kids. And then there was one girl in a Belle dress, which I thought was perfect because then I was there, and I'm so glad that they came. Someone was in a Tinkerbell dress, and it was just really exciting. The conversations we had were really cool, basically. And yeah, so I had a lot of fun. We were actually talking about in the car ride home today, we were talking about how for me at least, it's more important that talent speaks for itself when I cast people. There is a certain level of looking for like a princess face in the people that you're hiring for the company, but I also think it's just as important that they're talented and they're ready to jump in and they're eager, because some people get scared when they start interacting with the kids, and the improv can be kind of intense because you really don't know what the kids are going to ask you. And so we were talking about in the car how, like, for me, I think it's also valuable that kids do see people of different body types in these characters, because I just think it's healthy for them to see that even their favorite character isn't necessarily like stick thin, tiny, petite. Maybe she's a little bit more curvy, and I think that's really good for them to see, because I think it promotes positive body image, even in like the littlest way. I think it's important. And I mean, if we're being realistic, Ariel looks like she has like no ribs in the movie, and that's just not realistic. I want to cast all the characters according to the talented people that come up and ask to audition and that want to be a part of this company. That's what's really important to me. And if they can make the kids believe that they are who they are, that's what matters. And I would rather make the costumes fit my cast than make my cast fit my costumes. You know? That's one of the benefits of also being a seamstress, is that I have the ability to say, oh, okay, this is a little big on you, let's take a dart here, take it in, or make some other changes, and I try to be really creative with how we alter things, so they can fit as many people as possible, and they look the best that they possibly can. And I think that's all there kind of is for this vlog. Thanks for coming along with us. We have some very exciting things coming up, and I want to take you along with us to the con. It's our biggest event that we've had. We're having the whole cast at this con, and I'm so excited. So I can't wait to show you guys that. That'll be coming in the next couple weeks. So thank you for joining us for this vlog. Oh. Hi. Thank you for joining us. Bye.